Well, today we've been telling you about the major decision from the court on immigration. We also learned today the Supreme Court will issue its decision on the health care law on Thursday, for sure, without a doubt. As of right now, could that change, Greg, or it's for sure, for sure?
For sure.
For sure, for sure. We'll take it for Thursday. Now, most states already have plans in place to move forward one way or the other, depending on the outcome. And listen to this. An Associated Press GFK poll finds 77% of voters think that if the Supreme Court finds the law unconstitutional, the president and Congress should start work on a new health care bill. 19% say they should leave the health care system as it is. Wyoming Senator John Barrasso is chairman of the Senate Republican Policy Committee, joins us from the Supreme Court today. So, Senator, the people, regardless of what happens on Thursday, want to change based on that poll. What is the number one change that we should make to the health care system, regardless of what we get from the Supreme Court?
Well, Jenna, people know what they want under health care, and they want the care that they need from a doctor that they choose, not that the government chooses or an insurance company chooses, but that they choose at a lower cost. And that's the problem with the health care law that we have now, which I hope the Supreme Court strikes down as unconstitutional come Thursday. But if this is struck down, in part, we're going to try to repeal the rest of it and then work in a step-by-step way to actually get the American people what they need and ask for in terms of health care reform, not this 2,700-page law that is really too voluminous to be read and too incoherent to be understood.
We're already looking forward to the decision on that and having to read through what the opinion will be on Thursday. That's going to be really interesting, Senator. You know, one of the other things that folks are really concerned about is the economy. And I know you said your ideal is that the entire health care law is struck down. If that happens, according to the CBO, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, the budget deficit will increase by more than $200 billion. That's if the bill is completely shut down. So what do we do about that part, Senator? If the law is gone and our budget deficit goes up by $200 billion, how is that a win?
Well, you're right. People are very worried about the economy. That's what I hear about every weekend at home in Wyoming. We have 8.2% unemployment. We have college graduates who can't find work consistent with the training and the education they've gotten. They're stuck with large debt. But when they talk about some of these numbers, if the law is struck down, remember, this is a health care law that is full of budget tricks, accounting gimmicks, and broken promises. So I think when you actually get down to the real cost of this health care law, the cost is that it's caused so much uncertainty for the businesses of the country, the people that actually hire people, that put people back to work, that businesses all around the country have been reluctant to make that decision and the commitment to hire someone new because of the threats coming out of the Obama administration of increasing taxes, the mandates of the health care law, and additional red tape and regulations which make it harder and more expensive for the private sector to create jobs. That's what's on people's minds.
Senator, any indications from the court today based on the immigration law that you're taking as, again, some sort of indication of what we might see on Thursday?
No, I think it's anyone's guess. I was in the court today hoping that there'd be a ruling today. Try to be back in the court on Thursday. Obviously, there's a lot of interest in this because it has a huge impact on the economy, and I think that this health care law, whether they find it constitutional or not, it is still unworkable. It is still very unpopular, and to me as a nation, it is it's unaffordable.
Senator, I know you talked to us not only as a lawmaker, but also a doctor. What kind of doctor again?
As an orthopedic surgeon taking care of people in Wyoming for 25 years, and when I go back there and say, under the health care law so far, do you think you're ending up paying more for your care or less? People all say they're going to end up paying more. And then you say, do you think the quality and availability of high quality care for you is going to go up or down under the president's health care law? And they think it's going to go down. And as a result, you know, people don't want to pay more and get less, but that's what they're getting with this health care law, which is why it's so unpopular.
I only asked because Greg's had a couple knee surgeries, so I was hoping he could ask you a couple recovery. That's next time. Next time we'll have him ask you about what he does for his recuperating knees all the time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Senator, look forward to talking to you again. Hopefully we'll talk on Thursday when we get the ruling as well.
All right. Thanks, John.
I bet he's repaired a couple ACLs, huh?
Feel okay? What about right now?
Okay, it's okay right now. It's all right. Arthritis is setting in, but I'll be okay. Thanks for asking.
Every once in a while, I wonder if is it going to affect the show today?
She
is it going to affect the way you play?
Into the studio.